You have a choice. You can climb the corporate ladder and hope your employer will deliver the lifestyle you want, or you can create your own online asset that gives you the freedom to live how you want without risking your current job or lifestyle. You can get your own online business up and start making good money working part-time at home after work. That's how Michael Dunlop got started. And in this short video, you'll learn how he did it and how you can too. Hi, my name is Mattis Weiler, and the first thing you should know about me is I'm not an internet guru. I'm no expert on pay-per-click, SEO, or any other traffic-getting strategies. I know very little about social media marketing. I've never bought a bunch of information products telling me how to get rich on the internet. In fact, the only thing I consider myself an expert about is finding the best resources to learn from and finding great people to model. Over the last few years, I've gotten quite good at reaching out to others who have spent years learning their craft and tapping into their knowledge and experience. Why have I done this? To find out how both you and I can invest our time and money in the most efficient, effective way possible to create the freedom and lifestyle we are looking for. My story is rather unusual, and it started a few years ago when I was working at a big mobile company as an intern. Even though my job was relaxed and secure, which is unusual in and of itself these days, I wanted something more than what I had back then. I felt a kind of longing for more individual freedom and expression. While the job was alright, I knew there had to be more to life than phones and meetings. My imagination was working harder than I was. I thought of ways to have more flexibility, freedom, and fun. Every night, I would go home and surf the web. I saw how business was done worldwide from people's laptops, and it caught my attention. If I had an internet business, life would be perfect, since it would allow me the freedom and control I've always wanted from the day I started work. I saw an ad for a special type of conference, one that promised how someone like me, with no experience in online marketing, could learn from the pros. It was expensive though. Plus, there were airfares and hotels to consider. Should I spend my hard-earned money on going to a one-week conference in Costa Rica? What if it didn't work? If I stayed at my job, at least I could go out with my buddies once or twice a week. The ad clearly said that this was the last chance to get on this conference for this low price. After that, the price would go up. Do I let this opportunity slip by, or do I take a risk? Was this my one and only chance to get a glimpse of a better lifestyle and create a new future full of freedom and flexibility? No. But I still decided to go. I didn't need to give up my job and just took a one-week vacation. When I arrived, I was in for a bit of a culture shock. I met Michael Dunlop, the owner of Income Diary, and he quickly gave me perspective on how life could be. There was a guy who seemed to have it all. He was laid back and didn't even look like the successful type, yet he was killing it online. If you've never heard of Michael Dunlop, then you're in for a real treat. Michael started his entrepreneurial career when he was 14. His websites have had millions of visitors, and his pop-up domination software is used by some of the world's most successful and well-known internet gurus. If you already know Michael, you'll also know about his phenomenal success. At 17, he created retireat21.com. I think that must have been his goal back then. Imagine being 17 and having a goal to retire at 21. He got more than 130,000 visitors each month. 2 years later, he started IncomeDiary.com. At 21, he created and launched Pop-Up Domination with his business partner in only 11 days. He sold 10,000 copies in his first year. At 22, he created ExpertPhotography.com with Josh, his brother. Within 18 months, they had 100,000 visitors per month and are now making several $1,000s every single month. Other sites he's currently developing are Fike.com, reaching 30,000 visitors a month, and WhyAmIUnhealthy.com, read by 20,000 people a month. To date, both Income Diary and Retire@21 have had millions of visitors. Michael's newest blog, Expert Photography, just passed the 1 million mark also. He's been featured in the New York Times, Yahoo News, AOL, PC World, and many more. On top of that, Michael has been approached by some of the largest companies in the world, including MTV, Ralph Lauren, and Dell. MTV even invited Michael to audition for a lead role in a new show. Not bad for a 24-year-old. I heard his name mentioned several times during the conference, and when he gave his presentation, I was stunned at his simple approach to making good money through blogging. I asked some questions, but we could only scratch the surface because there were so many other people waiting to ask him questions. By sheer chance, we got to party afterwards and hit it off really well, but somehow I didn't feel comfortable to push him into sharing his secrets with me. Yet I left inspired and thought if only I knew how he does it. In the following weeks, I made an effort to study everything I could get my hands on. I looked at Michael's websites to see if I could get any clues. All the time I went to university, I couldn't wrap my head around how Michael was able to constantly put up so much great content and continue to launch products while still having the time to travel and enjoy himself. I couldn't get this internet business thing out of my head. What I needed was a step-by-step system that I, or anyone for that matter, could follow and start making it online without having to put in huge amounts of time and money. It was then that I remembered what Michael did. He started on a shoestring while working at a supermarket, and he worked to build his blog when he got home from his day job. Then it struck me, what if I could just get Michael to show me exactly how he did it? That was the moment when I hit on the idea of creating a step-by-step video course using Michael's proven strategy. But would he help me? Luckily for me, when we first met in Costa Rica, we exchanged Skype names. So I approached Michael hoping he'd respond. And then it happened. I got the gig. Michael was interested in sharing his knowledge with me. I could hardly believe it. I remember feeling overwhelmed, but in a good way. I got together some savings I had from my job and flew over to England to stay with Michael for 1 week. While I was there, we had fun shooting videos, and with focused listening, I learned his system firsthand. What Michael told me was far more than I'd hoped for. He said, whether you want to become a keynote speaker, a consultant, a web designer, or an internet marketer launching your own products, it's all up to you. That was a total paradigm shift for me, because to be honest with you, I don't know what I want to do for the rest of my life, but I do know what I don't want right now. And with this asset created, I can see that I can call the shots and reinvent myself. And it doesn't matter if I want to travel, earn some pocket money on the side, or make thousands every month like Michael does. Realizing just how powerful his system actually is, I watched in amazement as he made money. Michael, you see, is a true master. He doesn't just build a blog, but he's creating lasting assets that serve as a hub for anything he wants to do. This asset becomes the hub for my success, and once you have the authority and the eyeballs, the rest becomes easy. In this video, I'm going to show you the outline of Michael's own system, which I call the Master's Blueprint. You should know this before I tell you anything else though. You will have to work and build your hub and make money. There's no such thing as a free lunch. I had to work hard bringing the system to you. Yes, it's true you won't have to work as hard as I did, nor will you make the same stupid mistakes I did or waste a lot of time and money. I'm not going to show you all the usual graphics about all the money there is to be made. Instead, I'm going to prove to you how easy it is to get started and make your first few bucks online. How far you take it is up to you. One thing I will promise you is this: you'll know what works and why. As I said earlier, I'm no guru, but I have access to one of the world's top bloggers, and together we're going to show you how to get started creating your first income asset. What Michael showed me was, in my opinion, the best shoestring business that you can start now and run in your spare time. That's why I made this video series, to show you how you can learn from Michael just like I did. It's almost as good as sitting right next to him. To create that experience, I filmed Michael actually doing what he does best. In the first video, I asked Michael to give an outline, a strategy, a method, of how he would begin any project, the actual plan of attack to create a successful blog. In under 9 minutes, he gives you his strategy of creating a successful blog with a budget of $1,000. Actually, you can do it for far less, and you'll get to see how later. He walks you through a mind map, showing you step by step of what he does first, second, third, etc. Keep in mind that he's been creating successful blogs for 7 straight years in a row, and he has had over 1 million visitors to 3 of his websites. One of the neatest things you'll discover throughout the video series is the way Michael breaks it down for you, so you can actually see yourself building your first internet asset within hours. And what's more, by the end of the second minute of the video, you will know how to avoid one of the biggest mistakes newbies make. As a result of watching the first 5 minutes of the very first video, you'll get the insider secrets that will save you a small fortune in setting up your blog. Get this wrong and you'll be out of business before you've made your first dollar. Another thing, by the time you get to minute 6, Michael has told you his answer to the question, how many times should I post a blog each week? Then you find out about affiliates, so you never even have to have your own product unless you choose to. According to Michael, using this strategy, you could be making money within days of setting it up. At the end of the video, you'll learn what nobody else will tell you: blog bulletproofing. Here's how to avoid losing your shirt and how to maximize your money-making skills. All this from one short video. By now, you're beginning to see how simple this all is. Naturally, you'll want to own this entire video series even if you understand a little of what I say next. And when you see what's in store for you in modules 2 and 3, you'll be amazed. You don't need to pay a web designer or have any technical skills when starting out. You'll learn how Michael quickly and cheaply creates stunning-looking, user-friendly WordPress sites in minutes. In case you're wondering how simple all this is, here's how to set up WordPress on your domain with just a few clicks.
Hey, it's Michael. I'm going to quickly show you how to install WordPress and how to connect hosting and then log in with the details provided by your host. Okay, so we're going to just go down to the bottom here, and there's something called Quick Install or Fantastico, depending on which your host provides. Okay, cool, we're in. The blog is installed, and you can see that by clicking this. Our WordPress is installed, and we can log in now with the details provided. We're inside WordPress, and now we can install a theme, plugin, start publishing articles, and so on. So here's your finished result. Hope you got it. Look forward to seeing you at the next video. If you've got any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Cheers guys, take care.
In module 4, you're in for a real treat. This is Michael's favorite module. It's all about content creation and how to get blog posts that attract attention from the people you love to work with. Everyone knows content is king, right? But what if you can't even string a sentence together? Don't worry. Even though Michael is dyslexic, he found the answer. And when you watch what he does to get great content that gets shared on social media sites and brings in thousands of visitors every month, you will laugh because it's so simple once you know how. And you never write a word yourself. Michael doesn't, and look how successful he is. But that's only half the story. Module 5 walks you through the technicalities of email marketing. Not how to write emails, but how to set up your email campaigns. You can be the best writer in the world, but if you don't know how to set up and implement successful campaigns, you're wasting your time. You're probably wondering why no one else makes it this simple. Module 6 is all about cashing in. Yes, this may just become your favorite module in the series. It's simple. You'll learn about various approaches to monetizing your traffic and turn yourself into a money maker. Before you begin to get really excited about investing in these videos, I want you to imagine what your life will be like once you can reliably make money every day from this point forward. You see, once you've created your first online asset, you can create as many as you want. I mean, why put all your eggs in one basket? After I went through the entire series and set up my own blog, I thought there may be other strategies that would help you get started on this exciting journey with Michael. You see, Michael has been a success story for a few years now, and because of that, he, like all other successful internet entrepreneurs, no longer has the beginner's mind. That is to say that most internet gurus can't put themselves back in the frame of mind of someone just starting out with all of this. That's where I come in. I've created another series of videos that I call the Reflection series. After each module of Michael's, I show you step by step all the things you would have paid a stack of money for a web designer to complete for you. These videos not only save you a small fortune in web design costs, they also give you the tools and the know-how to create great looking blogs that attract and keep people on your website, even if you have never set up any type of website before now. See for yourself. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the theme, how to install it, set it up, change to a custom header so it looks a lot nicer, and set up your own menu. And then we can set the height to 136 pixels, okay? Once you have entered the correct, this navigation appears instead of the old one. The reality is, when you combine Michael's system with my reflection videos, you have a foolproof method for making it online and replicate your success over and over again. Listen, there's more, lots more. You also need to be motivated to get going and keep going until you have your first online asset bringing in a reliable, solid, guaranteed income. My point is, motivation is one of the things that lets most people down online. I should know because I've quit several times in the past. That's why I put together a special goal setting video for you. In just over 13 minutes, I show you how I got myself to follow through and how you can too. One thing I want to stress is, you're going to be doing all of this on your own. While it's easy to follow Michael's system, it's just as easy not to. Here's what I mean. To win in life, you need to do a number of small things consistently. You only need to spend an hour or two every day. But if you don't and you try to do all this at once, you'll probably fail. And I don't want this for you. So the things that are easy to do are just as easy not to do if you lack the motivation. That's the beauty of my goal-setting video. It keeps you on track doing little things every day until one day in the near future you've got a regular income on the side that will get you some of the things you've been longing for. Whether it's a holiday, a conference ticket, or a new toy, you can afford it. Every successful person has goals. With them, life is easy. Without them, you'll lack direction and focus, and therefore always struggle. I believe the system would have been incomplete without this unique video. So you can either invest in this entire system and start being an online success like Michael, or you can get all of these videos plus the bonuses and begin building your assets just as Michael Dunlop does. It's your choice, but either way, you win. If you're wondering how much this entire course with all of Michael's and my videos is going to cost you, I'll tell you. Most online courses of this type would be around $1,000. But if you remember, we wanted you to be able to start your own successful blog for under $1,000. So that means with your setup costs included, you still will only need to invest less than $1,000 as we promised. I think they're worth $500, especially since I've put together a series of videos that will save you at least that in design costs and technical know-how. But we were adamant that these videos would be within reach of anyone who was committed to have their own independent freedom hub, one they could rely on month after month for increased income, flexibility, and lifestyle. So we went for an introductory price of just $97. I'm okay with this, as it will only be the introductory price, and it helps me get known in the internet world when people get the system, use it, and begin making money within weeks or even days. Also, these videos come with my personal guarantee. I call it my promise of results guarantee. It works like this. If for any reason you can't follow these videos and set up your own blog from scratch, eliminate the need to use a web designer in the beginning while learning how to monetize your blog, do all the technical work to get up and running fast without hiring or paying anyone else, outsource all of your content writing if you hate to write like I do, find the right traffic to your blog, and easily make a steady income even if you don't have anything of your own to sell. If after using this entire course you're not making money within the next 60 days, simply ask for a refund and I'll give you back all of your money. If these videos aren't living up to their promise for you, I insist you ask for your money back. I wouldn't want to keep it if you're not creating your own reliable online asset. I don't know if you know that I come from Germany. We are known for efficiency and effectiveness. Look at our cars, BMW and Audi. Despite all the competition, they still sell at premium prices because they add so much value to people's lives. And that's exactly what I want to do for you. I interviewed Michael to discover how he thinks, to give you an inside glimpse into the mind of one of the world's most successful bloggers today. In the 25-minute interview that I'm going to give you when you get this system in the next 3 days, he reveals the answer to: how did you monetize your first website? What were your stepping stones since then? What does your typical day look like? What would be your advice to get started or take it to the next level? Plus much, much more. This video is not available anywhere else for any price. Michael has been approached a number of times for consultation. He's been offered several thousand for his unique knowledge, but so far he's never seen the need to take up any of these offers. That makes this interview well worth your while to watch this over and over again. Oh yeah, one more thing. In addition to all of this, I'm putting together a special exclusive mastermind group. You're going to get 60 full days with me as a backup. We'll meet online once a week and you'll have access by phone or webinar to ask me any question. In other words, if you get stuck, have a technical question, or want to know how to take your business to the next level, just ask. And remember this, if for any reason I can't answer your question, I can always ask Michael and get back to you via email. Normally, to be part of this group, you'd pay $500 a year. I know some people will take their time getting their blogs up and make money, and that's fine. But if you're keen to get a jump start and make money the quickest, simplest way possible, you'll want to be in my mastermind group. However, I'm limiting this group to just 250 people. Why? Because I literally don't have the capacity or the time to have more than 250. That means it's a first come, first served system. After I hit my 250 members, that's it, no more. If you're one of the first 250 to jump on this program, you're in the mastermind. I've done this deliberately so that you can get up and running quickly and correctly. What's all this worth to you? It's the difference between struggling to get by to having your own income asset that you control. It's up to you how far you take this. Here's your chance to earn what you're earning now while enjoying complete mobility, flexibility, and freedom in a system you control and that scales to your needs without you having to work from 9 to 5 unless you choose to. Before you decide just how easy the decision to go ahead and get the system was to make, Let me tell you a few things that might help. In this video, I've shown you how to start and grow an online business for under $1,000. I've offered you Michael Dunlop's own method for creating success the quickest, easiest way possible. I've offered you my breakthrough system for setting and achieving any goal. I've also offered you my insightful interview with Michael himself. I've invited you to take advantage of my introductory offer of just $97. Plus, I've given you a one-time only opportunity to join my exclusive mastermind program. And I've shown you how you must be thrilled with the money you will make with this system, or you're entitled to a 100% refund. Now the decision is completely in your hands. Only one of two things can happen now. Either we'll go from here together, or you'll go it alone. Either you can join me and begin to build your online assets like Michael does, or you'll continue to settle for working 9 to 5, slowly climbing the corporate ladder. I wish I could take the next step for you. I can't, of course. It's entirely up to you. But I still urge you. The world has changed. You can't rely on your employer to provide you with the lifestyle and freedom you want. Plus, the internet will continue to become ever more competitive, and the longer you leave it, the harder it will be to create a lifestyle hub online. Every day you wait is costing you the money, the opportunity, and the freedom to work on your terms. Just hit the button below to join me and discover how simple it is to get going online. That way, I can give you instant access to all of the videos, plus the goal setting session and the exclusive interview I did with Michael himself. And in a few days, you will be on your way to live a life like Michael's and have the knowledge and skills to create freedom on your terms anytime you want to. Go for it now. There is nothing to lose and your freedom to gain.